Guards clamped iron grips on Queen Salith Vera's slender arms. They yanked her across the docking bay, toward the disposal shuttle's humming airlock. Her tattered robes dragged in the grime. She didn't struggle. Just stared ahead, mandibles clicking faintly in defeat. Evan Rook dropped his medkit. He sprinted forward. "Hey, stop that." The lead guard, a hulking Barren with crimson chitin plating, swung his crest toward Evan. "Human contractor. This is court business." "Step aside." Evan planted himself between them and the shuttle. His boots scraped the deck. "She's injured, bleeding from those restraint burns. You can't dump her like cargo." Salith's violet eyes flicked to him. Surprise rippled her iridescent skin. No one had spoken for her since the verdict. The guard snarled. "Infertile queens go to the void. Lord Executor's orders. Move, or join her." Evan squared his shoulders. Humans didn't back down from stupid protocols. Not on my watch.
"I'm station medic. Scan her vitals first."
Protocol 7B. The second guard hesitated. His scanner beeped. Elevated pain markers, dehydration. "See?" Evan jabbed a thumb at the readings. "Infirmary. Now." Lead guard's crest flared. He shoved Evan aside, but Evan grabbed Salith's elbow. Gentle, steady. She flinched but didn't pull away. "Fine," the guard spat. "Treat her." Then she's shuttle-bound. They released her. Marched off. Evan guided Salith toward the infirmary hatch. "Come on, let's fix those burns." She limped beside him. Her six-fingered hand hovered near his arm, not quite touching. Inside the sterile bay, Evan flicked on the exam lights. He eased her onto the berth. No questions about her rank. No awe at the faded crown tattoo on her throat. Just work. "Scalpel wounds here," he muttered. Applied regen gel to the restraint marks, and nutrient drip for the exhaustion. He hooked up the IV without fanfare. Salith watched his hands, precise, unhurried. "You do not know who I am." Evan met her gaze. "Doesn't matter."
"You're hurt. I'm fixing it."
He sealed the last burn. "Rest 10 minutes. Then we talk options." Her mandibles stilled. No Veyran medic had touched her without bowing first. This human treated her like a patient. Alarms blared from the comm panel. "Incoming court transmission." Evan ignored it, patched her dehydration. "Better?" She nodded once. Voice soft, laced with static from her translator implant. "Why risk this? The court discards the Barren."
"I produce no heirs."
Evan shrugged. "Humans don't trash people for that. Liability forms say I can claim you as assigned patient. Keeps you off the shuttle." He pulled up the station waiver on his wrist pad, scanned his retina, typed her ident code from the guard's scan. "Signed. Done. You're mine to treat now. Court can't touch you without clearing it with me." Salith sat up. Horror widened her eyes. "Foolish human. Lord Executor Karn will purge you for this. Leave. Now." Evan unhooked the drip, offered his arm. "Not leaving you to bleed out and vacuum. Walk with me." She rose, trembled but matched his stride. They exited the infirmary. Docking bay chatter hushed as workers stared, whispers of the Barren Queen and that soft-skinned ape. Evan ignored them, spotted a security kiosk, marched straight to it. The attendant, a wiry Barren clerk, recoiled. "What?" "Safe room key," Evan said, "for my patient. Medical override. Denied. Royals only." Evan leaned in. "Check the waiver. I'm responsible. Deny it, and if she crashes, station liability hits you." The clerk's crest drooped. He punched keys, ejected a fob. Room 47. One cycle, then evict. Evan snatched it, led Salith down the corridor. Her steps steadied beside him. "Why?" she whispered. No Veyran would claim a discarded queen. Evan swiped the fob. Door hissed open to a Spartan safe room. Berth. Rations. Locked hatch. Human stick. "You're not trash. Eat. Rest. I'll guard the door." She entered, turned. Her hand brushed his finally. Warm. Tentative. Evan Rook. "You court death for me." He grinned. Humble. Practical. Worth it. The door sealed, but outside heavy boots echoed. Karn's enforcers closed in. Evan braced against the panel, drew his stun baton. They wouldn't take her without a fight. Salith pressed her palm to the inner hatch. Listening, her crest rose for the first time since deposition. This human, he saw her worth. In the corridor, Lord Executor Karn's shadow loomed. Open it, contractor, or we space you both. Evan thumbed the baton. Try it. Karn's voice boomed.
You protect a barren wretch. Court law.
Stuff your law. Evan's voice stayed even. She's under my care. Enforcers charged. Evan dodged the first grab. Baton cracked against chitin armor. Sparks flew. One guard crumpled. Salith's voice filtered through the comm. Evan! Flee! He spun. Cracked another knee. Told you. Human stick. Karn bellowed orders. More boots thundered. Inside, Scielith clutched the fob. Heart rhythm spiked on the room monitor. No one fought for her. Ever. Evan vaulted a crate. Took a stun prod to the ribs. Gritted teeth. Dropped 2 more guards. Karn lunged personally. Massive claw pinned Evan's shoulder to the wall. Insolent primate. She ends tonight. Evan head-butted the claw. Bone crunched. Touch her, you answer to me. Karn recoiled. Blood oozed from his crest fracture. Station alarms wailed anew. Archivist Tyrann's voice crackled over the station intercom. All units, stand down. Medical override. Contractor Rook holds jurisdiction on subject Vera. Repeat. Stand down. Karn's claw tightened. Evan twisted free. Slammed his baton into the Lord Executor's joint. Karn roared. Stumbled back. Enforcers froze. Weapons lowered. Alarms cut silent. Evan panted. Ribs throbbed from the prod. He straightened. Faced Karn. Hearing's what you want? Fine. Schedule it. Karn's fractured crest dripped violet blood. He snarled. Primate fool. You'll rot in detention first. Not without cause. Evan wiped sweat. Holstered the baton. Served the notice proper. Guards parted. Karn thrust a data slate forward. Glowing text. Detention order. Interference with royal succession. Contractor Evan Rook. Effective immediately. Evan scanned it. Countersigned with his thumbprint. Formal hearing. 3 cycles. Medical testimony. Included. Karn snatched the slate. Granted.
But she stays locked.
He jerked a mandible at the hatch. Barren wretch serves no purpose. Not relevant to treatment. Evan stepped closer. Voice low. Touch her again, law or no. Karn laughed. A wet rasp. Turned on his heel. Enforcers trailed him out. Evan slumped against the wall. Adrenaline crashed. He keyed the intercom. Salith. Clear. The hatch hissed open. Queen Salith Vera emerged, her iridescent scales dulled by stress. Crest flat. 8 limbs trembled slightly. 4 legs braced, 4 arms clutched a medkit. You fought, she whispered. Antennae quivered toward him. For me.
Contract.
Evan pushed off the wall. Ignored the rib pain. Come on. Admin next. She followed. Silent through dim corridors. Station hummed around them. Vent fans. Distant clangs. No stairs yet. Word spread slow. Admin offices loomed at corridor's end. Steel doors. Hololock. Evan palmed it. Entered. Station admin Lyra, a squat Vexari with bulbous eyes, hunched over consoles. She blinked 6 lids. Rook. Chaos your fault? Protection contract. Evan slid his search chip across. Vera under medical jurisdiction. Infertility claim, unverified. Needs isolation from threats. Lyra scanned the chip. Eye stalk swiveled to Salith. Deposed queen. High risk. Karn's purge. Karn's biased. Evan leaned in. My patch notes. Stable vitals. No succession block without full scan. Jurisdiction holds till hearing.
Salith shifted behind him. Her presence weighed. Regal even in rags.
Lyra tapped claws. Liability. 1 cycle quarantine pod. Your sign-off. Done. Evan signed. Pod specs. Full med suite. Armed lockout. Armed? Lyra's eyes narrowed. Threat assessment. Evan met her gaze. Karn tried breach.
Logs confirm.
She grunted. Approved Pod 7C. Move. Evan guided Salith out. Her claw brushed his arm. First voluntary touch. Warm through glove. Pod 7C sealed behind them. Soft lights. Med bed hummed. Salith collapsed onto it. Crest flickered. Faint blue pulse. Evan checked scanners. Heart rhythm steady. Rest. Hearing in 3 cycles. She rose on elbows. Antennae locked on him. Human. You presume much. I am Salith Vera, once queen of the Barren Hive. He prepped a hypo. Pain block? Her voice sharpened. Royal timbre returned. Kneel. Attend my crest wound. As subject. Evan paused. Hypo hovered. Crest wound? From deposition scars, not fight. Old. Faded. Command. Her forearms extended. Crest flared demandingly.
Obey or abandon me as others.
He set the hypo down. Met her gaze, golden eyes, multifaceted.
Can't.
Insult flashed across her features. Mandibles clicked. Insolence. I order. No. Evan sat on stool edge. Voice calm. Consent first. Yours. Always. She recoiled. Legs tucked. What absurdity. Queen's command. Subjects. Serve. Not humans. He picked up hypo. Offered it. You say yes, I treat. Or no. Your call. Silence stretched. Her antennae waved. Tasting air. His scent. Sweat. Blood. Resolve. Why? She murmured. Crest dimmed. Care's no good without trust. Evan shrugged. Rule 1 you choose. She stared, then extended one arm. Took the hypo. Injected herself. Hiss. Relief softened her posture. Rule 2? Crest tilted. Same for me. He grinned faint. No orders. Partners.
Solith's mandibles parted. Soft chitter. Laughter.
Rare sound. Partners. With a human medic. Pod alarms pinged. External comm. Evan answered. Archivist Tyrann's face flickered on screen. Thin features. Nervous twitches. Rook. Leaks confirm. Karn falsified infertility scan. Court cover-up. But purge accelerates. Evan's jaw set. Proof? Data burst incoming. Encrypted. Tyrann glanced off screen. Use that hearing. Karn knows I called. Hide the queen. Screen blanked. Salith's crest spiked alarm. Alley? In palace? Quiet one. Evan decrypted the burst. Scanned files. Forged logs. Succession bribes.
This blows it open.
She leaned close. Antennae brushed his shoulder. Unintentional. Risk for me. Calculated. He pocketed the fob. Rest. I watch. Hours ticked. Salith slept fitful. Evan monitored. Ribs ached, but he stretched. Batten charged. Dawn cycle lights dimmed. Footsteps outside. Heavy. Evan drew baton. Salith woke. Claws ready. Comm buzzed. Karn's voice. Hearing advanced. Now, or forfeiture. Evan thumbed live. Pod-armed Evan gripped Salith's elbow as armored guards shoved open the chamber doors. Heavy hinges groaned. The hearing hall loomed. Tiered benches packed with robed nobles. Their crests flared in judgment. Karn stood at the central dais, claws tapping a data slate. Release her, a guard snarled, yanking at Salith's chain. Evan stepped between them. No kneeling. She's walking in equal. Gasps rippled through the chamber. Salith's antennae twitched toward him, crest pulsing faint blue. Gratitude? Guards hesitated, eyes flicking to Karn. The Lord Executor's mandibles clicked. Human presumption ends here. Queen Salith Vera, deposed for infertility. Present the exile decree. Evan guided her forward. Her claws flexed against his arm. Trust. Hard won. He scanned the room. Exit sealed behind. Thence humming with surveillance drones. Tyrann's data fob burned in his pocket. Karn activated the holoprojector. Glowing scans filled the air. Salith's reproductive scans, marked Barren. Red overlays pulsed. Confirmed by royal physicians. No errors possible. Execution stabilizes succession. Nobles murmured approval. Crests aligned gold. Loyalty to the purge. Salith stiffened. Evan squeezed her arm. Your move, he whispered. Not yet, she murmured back, mandibles brushing his ear. Karn leaned forward. Human contractor. You harbor a criminal. Step aside or join her fate. Evan ignored him, pulled his field kit from his belt. Standard human med scanner, palm-sized jury-rigged for alien physiologies. Basic recheck. Protocol demands it. Laughter echoed. A noble jeered. Human toys? Against Veyron tech? Karn waved dismissal. Indulge the primitive. It changes nothing. Evan knelt before Salith, scanner humming to life. She extended her lower abdomen plating, exposing the scan port. Her crest dimmed, vulnerable. He pressed the pad flush, initiating baseline calibration. No frills. Human field med, double-blind verification. Beeps accelerated, data streamed. Hormone traces, ovum viability. Evan's jaw tightened. Traces mismatched Karn's hollow. Timestamps forged, baselines inverted. Done. He stood, projecting his scan overlay beside Karn's. Lines diverged sharp. Tampering flagged. Human protocol. Cross-reference molecular decay. Your scans are 3 cycles old. Recycled data. Chamber fell silent. Nobles leaned in. Crests flickering uncertainty. Karn's eyes narrowed. Lies. Barren scanners are infallible. Evan tapped the hollow. See the entropy markers? Forged inputs decay at 2.7% per cycle. Yours hit 8.4%. Fresh fake. Sayla's antennae locked on Karn. She stepped forward, voice steady. Cycle 4719. Primary scan by physician Lorak. Handled personally in the East Wing lab. Cycle 4722. Confirmation. Same claw marks on the vial seals. Murmurs swelled. Nobles exchanged glances. Lorak? The succession loyalist? Karn slammed his dais. Slander. Guards, arrest the queen and her human pet. Sedition. Armored figures surged forward. Evan yanked Saleth back, baton crackling to life.
Not today, she matched him, claws unsheathing.
Partners, she echoed, soft chitter under breath. But Karn barked into his calm. Seal the chamber. No witnesses to treason. Bulkheads slammed down. Doors locked with final thuds. Drones word active, weapons priming. Nobles scrambled, crests spiking panic. Evan pulled the data fob. Tyrant's proof incoming. Broadcast it. Saleth nodded, antennae brushing his cheek deliberate now, together. Karn advanced, enforcers flanking. You meddle in Empire bloodlines, human. Your compassion dies here. Evan grinned tight. Scanner still in hand, he patched Tyrant's burst. Forged logs, bribes. Lorak's confession spilling across every holo in the room. Nobles gasped. Alliances cracked. One noble stood. Lord Executor. Explain. Karn froze. His crest betrayed him. Flicker of red fear. Saleth pressed against Evan's side. Warmth through her plating.
He saw me,
She whispered.
not as broken. He met her gaze.
Never were. Enforcers closed in. Evan raised the baton. The chamber's fate hung on the next move. But deeper. In the chaos, Saleth's claw found his hand. Squeezed. Bond sealed. Not royal decree, but choice. Karn roared orders. Drones dove. Evan swung. The purge cracked wide. Evan dodged a guard's claw swipe. Baton arcing into the drone swarm. Sparks flew. 2 dropped. Smoking. Saleth slashed precise enforcer plating rent. Her movements fluid, queen-trained. Flank left. He pivoted, scanner tucked safe. Nobles divided now, half fleeing to sealed walls, others drawing hidden blades against Karn's men. Traitors! Karn bellowed, data slate shattering under his claw. Evan glimpsed Tyrann's face on a side hollow. Grainy feed from palace archives. The archivist nodded once, then cut. Proof spread viral. Bribes to House Vor. Lorak's logs confirm. Saleth vaulted a bench, tackling an enforcer. Evan, port console. He sprinted, batting drones aside. Fingers flew over controls. Human override hack, brute force encryption crack. Bulkheads groaned, starting to cycle open. Karn lunged at Saleth. Infertile wretch, she spun, mandibles parting in defiance. Evan intercepted, shoulder-checking the Lord Executor into benches. Karn hit hard, crest crumpling. You protect a barren queen? Karn spat blood. Evan hauled him up by the collar. She's worth more than your lies. Saleth arrived, claws pinning Karn's arms. Nobles encircled, crests shifting to her blue. Doors opening. Evan slammed the port console. Red lights flashed. Biohazard drill. Initiate. Alarms wailed. Bulkheads shuddered wide. Protocol over roadlocks. Nobles gasped as chamber doors yawned open. Saleth yanked his arm. Service ways. Now! They bolted through the gap. Karn's roar chased them. Seal it! Kill the human! Evan glimpsed enforcers charging. Claws scraped stone. He shoved Saleth into a dim grate tunnel. Left fork. Bench shafts. Cool air rushed past. Pipes hummed overhead. His boots pounded grime-slick metal. Salith matched stride, her crest flickering blue in the gloom. Pursuers crashed behind. Drones whirred, scanning. Evan kicked a junction panel. Steam hissed. He wrenched a loose grate free, hurled it back. It clanged into the lead enforcer's helm. The alien tumbled. "Barrier!" Salith hissed. She slashed conduits. Sparks erupted. A service door slammed shut, hydraulics whining. They sprinted on. Evan's lungs burned. Medic training kept him steady. Breathe deep. Scan ahead. Drones buzzed closer. Red beams swept walls. Salith skidded to a panel. Claws danced over keys. "Queen codes!" Reroute. Drones veered sharp. One clipped a pipe. Exploded in shrapnel. The swarm peeled off toward false heat signatures. Evan grinned. Smart. Her mandibles clicked. Approval.
You trust fast, human. Call me Evan.
He pulled her along. Archives next. "Tyrans are shot!" Corridors narrowed. They ducked low vents. Evan toppled a stack of conduit crates behind them. Crash echoed. Enforcers cursed, clawing debris. Sweat stung his eyes. Salith's claw brushed his back. Guiding. Steady. They burst into Archives' wing. Hollow shelves glowed. Data crystals hummed. Evan tapped his wristcom. "Turin. It's Rook. Proof ready." The archivist's face flickered on. Crest pale. "You made it." Karn's men inbound. "Trade." Evan held up his scanner. Recorded confession played. His voice, calm. "I witnessed bribes. House Vor paid Karn to purge her." Tyrion's eyes widened. "Your neck." Evan shrugged. "Yours too. Send the logs. Full chain. Vor to Lorak." Data streamed. Tyrion nodded, uploading to court feeds. Viral now. Veselith leaned in. "All logs, Tyrion." Succession fraud. The archivist hesitated. Claws trembled. Then hit execute. For the line. Evan pocketed the crystal. "Doors. Seal them." Salith punched codes. Bulkheads groaned shut. Too slow. Claws scraped outside. Blaster fire chewed metal. "Kill team," Tyrion whispered. "Karn's elites." Armored. Evan scanned. No weapons. Just baton scanner. Outgunned. Salith's crest flared. "Fight?" "No." He eyed vents. Procedure again. He yanked a crystal rack. Hollow displays sparked. "Maintenance purge. Vent all air recyc." Warning klaxons blared. Vents sucked hard. Kill team choked. Coughing through breather masks. Evan grabbed Salith's claw. Up. Shaft ladder. They climbed. Metal rattled. Her lithe form pulled ahead. Queen Agel. Blasts scorched rungs below. Enforcers breached. Evan's arms screamed. Silith reached up first. Hauled him through. They tumbled into an upper duct. Sealed it with a claw lock. Panting, she met his eyes. "You. Procedure them. Human trick." He wiped blood from a graze. Paper beats claws sometimes. Her claw lingered on his shoulder. Warm. "No human does this for discarded queens. You're not discarded." He squeezed back. "Not while I'm here." Hollow screens flickered around him. Court feeds exploded. Vor bribes exposed. Karn framed Salith. Nobles' voices rose. Anger shifting. But boots thundered below. Kill team regrouped. Evan checked scanner. East wing. Shuttle bay. Salith nodded. Claw and his. They ran. Karn's bellow cut through vents. Flushed the archives. No survivors. Evan triggered another drill. Fire suppression. Foam flooded halls. Screams muffled. Salith laughed. Sharp, real. Out procedure the palace. Together. His hand tightened. Bond held. Drones rebooted. Swarming east. They dodged into shadows. Court trembled. Proof spread. But kill team closed. Evan spotted a grate. Shuttle pad beyond. Freedom. Salith halted. "Evan." "Scanners."
They tracked my crest signature.
He ripped wiring. Jammed it crude. Signal died. Her eyes gleamed. Risky. Worth it. She pulled him close. Mandibles brushed his jaw. Trust sealed. They dropped to the pad. Shuttle hummed. Prepped for evac. Enforcers burst from lifts. Blasters raised. Evan hit the ramp. "Go!" Salith vaulted aboard. Claws slashed the controls. Queen override. Ramp sealed. Engines roared. Karn lunged last second. Claw scraped hull. Shuttle lifted. Palace shrank below. Feeds blared. Queen Salith vindicated. Purge reversed. Evan slumped beside her. We did it. She curled claw around his partner. Court crests shifted blue on screens. Change ignited, but Karn's face flashed. Furious vow. Hunt not over. Evan slammed the bolt door behind them. Heavy bolts groaned into place. Salith's claws scraped the access panel, overriding the lock. Dim archive lights hummed to life, illuminating rows of crystal data spires. Original fertility logs? Evan barked at the lone figure behind the console. Now, Tyrann. Sealed files from Cycle 47. The archivist flinched, his multifaceted eyes darting to Salith's crest. Queen. Former queen. This violates. Salith stepped forward, mandibles clicking sharp. I am Vera Blood. You will comply. Tyrann's claws trembled over the controls. Evan activated his body cam, the wrist unit's red light blinking steady. Recording. For the public feeds. Hand them over, or your hesitation goes viral too. The archivist froze. Data Spire's word. A sealed crystal ejected into his grasp. He clutched it. Then another. These prove the logs were altered. Lord Karn's seal. Falsified infertility to block your claim. Evan snatched the crystals. Good. Testify. Tyrann hesitated, then leaned into the cam. I, Archivist Tyrann of House Lear, confirm Queen Salith's fertility was verified pure. Tampering occurred under executor orders. Vor bribes funded the purge. Salith slotted the first crystal into her wristpad. Files bloomed on the hollow. Scans, timestamps, Karn's digital clawprint. Uploading to CourtNet. Backup to public relays. Alarms wailed outside. Boots pounded corridors. Evan checked his scanner. Kill team inbound. 30 seconds. The bolt shuddered. A claw smashed the outer door. Sparks flew. Lord Executor Karn's silhouette filled the breach. Blaster leveled. His enforcers fanned behind, visors glowing red. Human, Karn growled. Voice like grinding stone. Step away from the Queen. Immunity granted. Full citizenship. Passage off-world. Leave her. And live. Evan positioned himself between Karn and Salith. His body shielded her pad as the upload bar hit 80%. Pass. Karn's mandibles flared. Fool. She's barren wreckage. Court discards her. You? Useful. Walk away. Salith's claws flew over controls. 95%. Enforcers advanced. Blasters humming charge. Evan met Karn's gaze. She's no wreckage.
And I'm not leaving my partner.
He triggered a stun grenade from his medkit. Human surplus overcharged.
It arced past Karn, detonating in the enforcers' ranks. Blasts of EMP scrambled their visors. Two dropped, twitching. Karn roared, lunging through the smoke. His claw slashed Evan's shoulder, drawing blood. Evan rolled, grabbing a loose data spire. He cracked it across Karn's mandible, crunch of chitin. The executor staggered. Upload complete, Salith hissed. Feeds flickered on the vault screens, tampered logs exposed. Karn's fraud live. Noble crests flashed outrage. Enforcers recovered, firing wild. Bolts scorched the console. Tyrann dove under his desk, crystals clutched tight. Evan yanked Salith toward the rear vent. East wing. Shuttle bay. Karn blocked the exit. Blaster trained. She surrenders. Or both die. Salith paused. Her claw gripped Evan's hand. Warm. Steady. Not fleeing alone. No. With you. Evan nodded. He hurled his med scanner at Karn's face. Distraction. Salith slashed the vent grate open. They dove through. Claws and hands locked. Crawling tight. Ducks rattling. Blaster fire echoed behind. Karn bellowed. Flush the archives. No survivors. Evan checked his body cam feed. Tyrann's testimony looped on public nets. Court channels erupted. Vor bribes confirmed. Purge illegitimate.
Salith squeezed his hand.
You're calm. It anchors me. Practical medicine, Evan grunted, ignoring the shoulder burn. Treat the wound. Prove the cure. They emerged in a service hall. Ohm hissed from fire suppressors. Evan's remote hack. Muffled screams faded. Drones swarmed overhead, rebooting. Salith laughed, sharp and real. Out procedure the palace, together.
Evan tightened his grip.
Kill team shots closed in. Scanner pinged, east wing clear, grade ahead, led to shuttle pad. Salith halted. My crest signature. They track it. Evan ripped wiring from the duct panel, twisted crude jammer. Field medic trick, her crest signal flatlined. Risky, she said, eyes gleaming. Worth it. She pulled him close, mandibles brushed his jaw. Trust sealed. They dropped to the pad. Shuttle hummed, prepped for evac. Enforcers burst from lifts. Blasters raised. Evan hit the ramp. Go! Salith bolted aboard. Claws slashed controls. Queen override. Ramp sealed. Engines roared. Karn lunged last. Claw scraped hull. Shuttle lifted. Palace shrank below. Feeds blared inside. Queen Salith vindicated. Purge reversed. Evan slumped beside her. Blood soaked his sleeve. She curled claw around his hand. Partner. Court crests shifted blue on screens. Cheers echoed from noble halls. But Karn's face flashed on a secure channel. Furious vow. Hunt continues. Sailus mandibles grazed his ear. We face it. As one. Evan gripped the skiff's stuttering controls. Debris chunks whipped past the viewport, shattered satellite husks from the palace's outer ring. Interceptor drones screeched behind, red targeting locks flickering on his scanner. Hard left. Salith braced in the co-pilot sling, her claws digging into the armrest. Her crest pulsed faint blue, jam signal holding. Evan yanked the yoke, the maintenance skiff. A junker he'd hot-wired from the pad scrap row, banked into a debris lane. Hull groaned. A drone overshot, smashing into a girder. Sparks bloomed. 2 more closing, he said. Fingers danced over auxiliary thrusters, field medic hacks. Reroute power from life support to engines. Air grew stale, but speed spiked. Salith's mandibles clicked approval. You're calm. It steadies. He glanced at her. Blood crusted his shoulder wound, but her clawmark bandage held. No time for pain. Scanner pinged. Lane fork ahead. He dove right, threading needle gaps between tumbling hull plates. Drones split, one clipped, exploding in orange fire. The last hung back, relaying cords. They're calling reinforcements. Evan patched into station-wide comms. Static hissed. We need eyes. Her claw tapped a console. Broadcast array live. Palace feeds hijacked. Your hack opened the door. He nodded. Skiff shuddered through a debris cloud. You talk. Redefine it all. Salith straightened. Her voice modulator synced to the array. Feeds across the orbital station snapped to her image. Queen in ragged robes, beside a bloodied human.
People of Vera Prime, she declared. Crest flared full blue.
I am Salith, once your queen. They cast me out for barren wounds. No heirs to prop their thrones. But queens rule by service, not seed. I served in shadows, mending what courts broke. Now I claim my throne through deeds witnessed. Evan weaved past a spinning engine nacelle. Drones regrouped. 3 fresh signatures. His people, human contractors on the station docks, flooded the human relay channel. Voices piled in. Evan, that's you? What the hell, mate? She's got proof. Evan cut in. Court purges. Leaked docs. But she speaks for herself. Salus' eyes met his. He shoved the mic panel her way. Not me. You. In front of them all. She seized it. Mandibles parted in a fierce smile. Humans among you know Evan Rook, medic who heals without throne or title. He pulled me from exile's jaws, not for glory, but because it was right. Witness, I stand with him. Cheers erupted on the human channel. Rook solid, back her! But station alerts blared. Lord Executor Karn's face dominated feeds. Warrant issued. Human Evan Rook, trafficker of royal blood. Bounty active. Surrender the fugitive queen. Evan's scanner lit red. Drones locked weapons.
Bastards framing me. Skiff bucked as plasma bolts grazed the flank.
He rolled inverted, dumping decoy flares, medic surplus for field extractions. Drones chased ghosts. Salith's claws slammed the override key. Her crest signature overrode station protocols. Feeds shifted. Royal decree. Warrant void. Evan Rook named consort. Claimed by Queen Salith Vera. Interference is treason. Silence gripped the channels. Then noble halls echoed cheers. Blue crests multiplying on screens. Human docs roared. Consort! Rook! You dog! Evan banked hard, shedding the last drone in a debris maelstrom. Skiff burst into clear space, station shrinking astern. He slumped back, breath ragged. Saileth's claw curled over his. Consort, she murmured. Mandibles brushed his temple, intimate, unyielding. Partner in truth, he squeezed her claw. They'll come harder now, her laugh rang low. Let them. We redefine together. But a secure ping pierced the console. Archivist Tyrann's voice, whisper tight. My Lord Karn moves. Purge lists expand. Proof en route. Court crimes. Full ledger. Use it. Before he finds me. Evan's jaw set. Scanner pinged new signatures. Karn's personal fleet, vectoring in. Saileth's crest, dimmed a fraction. Trust sealed, but hunt far from over. Skiff engines whined for open void. He punched coordinates for the outer docks. Human allies waiting. Her hand stayed in his. Compassion, forged in fire. Now, steel for the storm. Plasma warnings flared anew. Karn's lead interceptor closed fast, claws extended. Evan throttled up. Hold on. She leaned in, breath warm on his neck. Always, debris lanes ended. Open black yawned. He jinked buying seconds. Tyrann's data packet downloaded, damning files on Karn's falsified purges, infertility smears fabricated for power grabs. Upload now? Saileth asked. Wait, bait them closer. Evan's fingers flew, reverse hack. Spoof their targeting as station defenses. Interceptor fired wild, bolts veering into its own wingmates. Chaos bloomed. 2 drones crumpled. Lead ship veered, cursing on open comms. Human trickery. Saileth triggered the broadcast annex. Files flooded noble feeds. Gasps rippled station-wide. Blue crests surged to overwhelming blue. Karn's face twisted on intercept. Lies. Traitors. Evan grinned, feral. Skiff slipped free, docking clamps grabbing a human freighter. Ramps hissed open. Contractors hauled them aboard. Rough hands. Firm grips. Consort Rook, one laughed, slapping his back. Title suits you. Saileth stood tall amid them. No prejudice here. Her claw found Evans again. They see you as I do. Freighter engines thrummed, jumping to light speed. Karn's fleet fragmented behind, nobles turning blades inward. But Tyrann's final ping. Karn escaped. Rallying hardliners. Your union, it threatens all. Freighter clamps locked onto the capital dock with a resonant clang. Evan gripped Saileth's claw as ramps dropped. Cheers erupted from the crowd. Blue-crested civilians waving plasma lanterns, their chants syncing to her broadcast rhythm. Veyra rises. Karn's enforcers lined the perimeter, claws bared, but the escort surged forward. Rough-handed contractors from a dozen worlds formed a human wall, stun batons humming. One grinned at Evan. Your girl's got fans, Rook. We got her back. Saileth straightened, her iridescent scales catching dock lights. She squeezed Evan's hand. Walk with me. They pushed through the throng. Drones buzzed overhead, noble feeds live streaming every step. Karn waited at the Grand Arch, flanked by armored guards. His crest flared crimson. Traitor Queen, he snarled. You broadcast lies. Surrender for purge. Saileth halted 10 paces out. Her voice amplified station-wide. Lord Executor Karn, I invoke Succession Code 47. Full audit. Submit your evidence of my infertility now, or forfeit command. Gasps rippled. Karn's eyes narrowed. You dare. The logs prove Barren blood. Submit them, Saileth repeated, claw raised. Civilians echoed her. Enforcers shifted. Uneasy. Karn signaled. A data spike ejected from his gauntlet, interfacing with the central holodome. Logs projected. Medical scans, timestamps, her name stamped. Infertile. Evan's jaw tightened. He knew those fakes. Tyrann's packet matched every glitch. The Oversight Council materialized in hollow form, 5 elder crests pulsing. Elder Voss spoke first. Audit proceeds. Witnesses? Saileth turned to Evan. My bond presents. He stepped forward, unflinching under Karn's glare. Contractors parted for him. Evan Rook, human medic contractor. I hold tampered originals. He slotted Tyrann's drive into the dome port. Files bloomed. Karn's overrides, forged smears on rival houses, purges masked as infertility culls. Karn lunged.
Human filth,
Seize him! Guards hesitated. A contractor's baton cracked against one's helm. Chaos flickered, but council drones locked weapons. Stand down! Voss boomed. Testimony loads. Tyrion's hollow flickered to life, his archive robes trembling. Archivist Tyrion, Palace Records. Karn fabricated Queen Vera's verdict to block her line. Proof. Unaltered royal genomes. He purged 3 heirs himself. I could not stay silent. Murmurs swelled to roars. Karn's crest wilted. Lies! This human bewitched you. Evan met his stare. Check the hashes. Human tech. Simple checksums. Your overrides glow like beacons. Council crests pulsed blue. Voss scanned the data. Tampering confirmed. Lord Executor Karn, you stand stripped. Command revoked. Exile pending. Karn spat venom.
She bears no heir. The throne crumbles.
Voss's gaze shifted to Salith. Queen Vera, your autonomy restores. No heir required. Prove worth by deeds. Salith's scales shimmered triumph. She faced the council. I accept, but I claim more. Her claw intertwined Evan's mutual bond contract with Evan Rook. Human compassion mends what courts break. Evan's pulse raced, but he nodded. Equals, always. Council drones hummed approval. Contract hollows spun up. Clauses for shared rule, veto rights, no fertility clauses. They pressed claws and palm together. Seals locked with a chime. Cheers exploded dockwide. Karn whirled, guards dragging him back. This hybrid abomination ends the line. Evan pulled Salith close as they turned toward the palace lifts. Her breath warmed his ear. They see us now. A shadow drone peeled from the dome, Karn's final glare beaming through, not over human. But civilians mobbed the path ahead, blue crests merging with human grins. Salith leaned in. Our storm breaks.